I've deleted social media 47 times. I've tried every detox available, every dopamine detox that every YouTuber says, and I'm about to tell you why they're all bullshit and what actually works. So the first issue is that you're stuck in a cycle. You delete social media for a few days and you're great for a few days. You're focused. You can do your schoolwork, you can go to work, and you don't waste time. But the issue is that you'll re-download them very soon. And so what I'm making this video for is to tell you that you shouldn't be deleting the apps because it doesn't address the real issue of why you're using them. And for like 2 years, I was basically in this vicious cycle of downloading the apps back again and re-deleting them and just trying to fight the urges. And the real issue is that you have nothing to do. And that's perfectly fine. You're most likely young if you're watching this video and you're just starting your life. You haven't built a foundation yet. So that's the real problem, is that you don't have anything to spend your time doing. So you're going to spend your time with these vices and these evils, the distractions. So what you really need is you need a goal in your life. You need something to look up to. And it should be like uncomfortable. It shouldn't be something that's like easy. Like when I was looking in the mirror, I realized like, oh my God, I'm kind of fat. And so it was really uncomfortable. And that discomfort, that pain, is what eventually led me to go achieve that goal of not eating as much as I do and losing the weight. And so what you should do is find something that bothers you and it's uncomfortable, it's painful, and that should be your first goal. And if you say like, oh, I don't have anything to do, that should be your goal. Your goal should be to find something that you should do. This is your purpose. I mean, it doesn't have to be like your purpose for your whole life. It should just be, something you do for the next few years. So you want to find some passion, and that's where your goals should derive from. And then there's usually like 2 requirements for the goals. And the first one is progress that you can see. You want to be able to see yourself get closer and closer. Because, I mean, especially with the issue of like business and like starting a business, is that there's very little progress that you see. And the second thing is that you should have an identity shift. You should become a different person. Your goal should be becoming the kid who's not fat, or becoming the person who's jacked as hell. And you want to be able to become a new person, because then your goals will get you there and you can slowly chip away. It's like a statue of stone. You're chipping away at yourself, getting that much closer to becoming a different person. And I spoke about this in the last video, but discipline, which is basically your ability to get the work done, it's just a symptom of purpose. If you're really driven, if you actually want something, your discipline will be there. It's like not a question of how disciplined you are. It's a question of how badly you want to achieve a goal, how badly you want to become a person and change your identity. So the first step is that you choose that uncomfortable goal that you want to achieve. You choose that identity you want to become. And then the second step is you want to ensure that your environment is built for that. So what that means, you're not going to like delete the apps. So the thing about like wanting to be not distracted and wanting to be focused is you have to have something to be focused on. So you can't have a goal to like not do something, because it's not going to work. You want to have a goal to do something else to replace with it. And then like you don't want to delete the apps. So if you imagine like a smoker, their goal is not to smoke. And their goal is not only to just stop smoking, it's that when they see a cigarette, they don't pick it up and like go crazy over it. So that's the thing with social media, is like if you delete the apps, you're changing your environment, but you want to be ready in all environments to not do this distraction. And so instead, you want to make the goal so present in your time, you want to be so fulfilled from it that you don't have time for the distractions. Now, the next thing I'll say is that if you're relapsing often, and I don't mean like, once a month for these distractions that you want to get out of your life. I'm talking about constantly, like multiple times a week, every other day. Then honestly, I would urge you to reconsider this goal that you have. You might not really want it. Like, the goal that you have, it has to be something that you really, really want. And if you really, really want it, then you will get rid of all these distractions that are stopping you from achieving it. And so if you have all these relapses of these distractions and these evils in your life, you need to think deep down, do I really want this? Because it may take a while for you to find what you really want, because you may not figure it out first try. And that's what you need to do if you have a lot of relapses. Now, the next thing is that your goal should really have pain if you fail. And that's the issue with like dopamine detoxes. There's no pain, there's no public humiliation if you fail. You're literally in your room. It's like no one will even know if you fail. And so that's the issue, the pain of failure. And you'll learn this I've read Atomic Habits. This is basically, it's like an accountability. You're creating such distance, such friction between you and failure that you just don't want to do it, because it's going to be humiliating, it's going to be embarrassing. You don't want to do it. Now, if you say that you just want to do like a dopamine detox, like every other YouTuber says, you're avoiding a real question of what is my purpose? What do I actually want to do? Not what I don't want to do, because that's what a dopamine detox is. You're just trying to avoid all these distractions. You really need to find, how do you want to spend your time? What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to become? And this is why I spent like an entire year just hopping between all these small businesses, these small like side hustles. It's because I wasn't asking myself the true question of who do I really want to become? And once you ask yourself that, and you really want it deep down, then all these distractions, they'll just flutter away like butterflies. They'll just disappear. You need to make your goal so present that everything else goes away. So just to conclude, dopamine detoxes fail because they do not address the root of the problem, which is the lack of purpose. And so the discipline will come as a result of really wanting to change and wanting to be someone different. You want to structure your environment around your goal. You don't want to structure it to avoid the distractions, because then you're not addressing the real problem. And you want to make sure that you're willing to fail publicly, and it will humiliate you to fail, because then the friction between you and failure is so great that you're much less likely to stop, and you're more likely to keep going and keep becoming that person that you want to become. Remember, the path is yours.